to kill her family members. She was taken into custody. The woman spent 126 days incarcerated in Canada before being extradited back to the United Kingdom to face justice. This initial incident with Helen Kaplan made Bob realize that his website could actually be used as a tool to aid law enforcement and stop killers. And with this in mind, he decided to dedicate more time to the Rent a Hitman project. He would redesign the page, check the emails more regularly. Bob even adopted a satirical hitman pseudonym / alter ego, going by the name of Guido Finelli when he communicated with would-be hitman hirers. It's important to note that when designing his website, Bob made a conscious decision to lean into the satirical nature of the page, nestling small jokes and gags throughout its directory. Take, for example, the website's promise of confidentiality by way of HIPAA, the Hitman Information Privacy and Protection Act, which is an obvious parody of the real-life HIPAA confidentiality agreement within healthcare. These comedic Easter eggs made it glaringly obvious to both law-abiding citizens and law enforcement that the page was a joke and that nobody was actually being hired to kill people here. However, for the less intelligent with murderous intent, these people were often so desperate for contract killing services that they would ignore the flagrant red flags flying all over the site and would go through with contacting Bob under his Guido persona. And some of these people were trying to kill folks for the pettiest of reasons. Take, for example, Danae Wright. Apparently, this woman had a vendetta against a handful of people in her local community. The woman claimed that she was the subject of mean-spirited gossip and wanted some locals killed. Danae Wright would email Bob's Guido persona and provide him with the names of the individuals that she wanted dead in her community. 3 names were given. Bob was able to identify that these were indeed real people by using Facebook. All of them were residents of the city of Oakley, Kansas. Using rentahitman.com, Danae requested that these individuals be taken out by using, quote, guns, bombs, or anything else that was necessary. After receiving confirmation that this was an urgent request, Bob then reached out to the Oakley Police Department, who then forwarded the case to the Kansas Bureau of Investigation. As a result of requesting these killings, Danae Wright was later arrested and eventually found guilty. She was sentenced to serve 34 months of supervised probation after admitting to criminal solicitation to commit murder in the 2nd degree. And then there's a guy like Devin Fauber, a man who took to rentahitman.com to request the killing of his ex-girlfriend, her parents, and the kidnapping of his ex's child. In February of 2018, a 20-year-old restaurant worker by the name of Devin Fauber found himself vexed at his ex-girlfriend. They had somewhat recently broken up after a big falling out, and Devin blamed his ex's parents for the disillusion of his relationship. Overcome with anger, Devin Fauber decided that he wanted his ex and her family dead, so he takes to the internet in search of a hitman and discovers rentahitman.com. Devin then submitted a request form on the site. He was soliciting the murder of his ex-girlfriend, her mother, and her stepfather, also adding that he wanted his ex-girlfriend's baby kidnapped and taken to Texas so that he could start a new life with the baby and his new girlfriend. Bob, under his Guido alias, would receive this communication and felt that it was a serious inquiry, so he probed the guy a little bit to get.
We're all here because we're committed to the biggest question of all. What's out there?
In case you somehow missed it, shotguns got massively buffed this season. They are now super consistent, especially when aiming down sight. This has been a huge buff for shotguns that were already really strong, but it's also made shotguns that were once weak actually viable now. And there's one in particular that we all used to hate, but now we're gonna love, the 612.
It's all about you, Pearl.
They jumped in bed.
What about you,
Birthday.
Pearl? Happy birthday!
My god. Oh my god.
Jeremy.
I just one-pumped all of them. God damn, that was actually so satisfying.
Like down.
Watch me one pump another.
Like, ah, my leg. Oh.
Hi, Twitch.
Hi, Twitch.
Chad, clip that. Oh.
Why is there a gulp?
Well, I'm just nervous and being in the presence of greatness. If you ace, I'm gonna say, I literally just came all over my screen, dude.
Okay.
Just
Relax.
screamed.
Oh god, I just one pumped all
Casual,
of them.
This is casual.
Yacht clip, by the way.
Ignore what they were saying. Back to the shotgun. I didn't know this, but apparently the community used to call this gun the salmon slapper, because it sounds like slapping someone with a salmon and it does about just as much damage normally. But now if you aim down sight, it's a one pump. And it's internally silenced on both Legion and Nook. It is a shame that it's not silenced on Ying though. And tries so hard to be cool. Oh god.
Let's go,
Warden.
Jeremy.
Oh, he's on top of a chair in B's side. It's really awkward.
Alright, hold on.
Top
He's
of
on
the
top of the chair.
chair.
We can ram up. We can ram up.
Actually,
Ram
he might,
right.
I might have just seen an apparition. I think I did. Sorry.
Beast free.
So I'm upstairs with the fuser. I'll make my way downtown. Planting.
Yeah, you can plan. I got top
Almost
cover.
dead.
Gonna flash the wall.
Yo, I got 90 cam for somebody. You're flashing me somehow?
That's good. Oh my god, he was in there. Holy shit.
Yeah, I heard him like,
Eh.
Can't believe they make audio cues when they get flashed.
I would too.
I would be stone cold. I wouldn't make a noise.
Wait, what do you mean? Cross would be sitting there completely silent if he got flashbang.
Matter of fact, he wouldn't even get blind. He would just stare.
No, he would look away and it would be perfectly fine.
he
I would just
closes
close
his
my
eyes.
eyes.